Everyone, Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Pisces September 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2, and yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Well, first thing up is, as far as September goes, the Sun will be in Virgo from the 1st until the 23rd, so the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, there will be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on partnerships, relationships, open adversaries, legalities, a grandmother even, negotiation, compromise. And this could be, given that, this is Virgo energy, a lot of this could be done very systematic, very perfunctory, very organized manner, done with meticulous attention to detail, really about looking at all the fine print in these areas. Pisces generally is not about that, but there might be more of a focus on this as far as 7th house matters go, and being able to discern who you're really about. Really, it could also be very strong focus and attention, shine the light, so to speak, on a Virgo open adversary. It could be a Virgo Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Virgo characteristics, and could also be at the time too, it might shine light again on a Virgo grandmother, again Virgo Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or one that embodies those traits, and also the focus on analytical, detail-oriented, really legal situations. One where there's a lot of focus on analysis, I should say, of legal matters, of negotiations, analytical negotiations, detail-oriented ones at this time. And also in some isolated cases, this could be a time where a dominant male, Virgo male, it could be a Virgo Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or one that embodies those traits, could come out as an open enemy, open adversary at this time. So anyway, well, the next thing up is the Sun will be in Libra as far as September goes, from the 23rd until the 30th. So the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on intimate sexual relationships. It could be also just sex in general, transformation, rebirth, regeneration, insurance, taxes, emotional, moral, monetary support, psychology, psychiatry, and in crisis situations. And given that this is Libra energy, this may be done with a lot of balance, a lot of Libra-like equilibrium, a lot of fairness, and a lot of tact and diplomacy as well. And it could be about really a focus on refined sexual taste at this time. And also the 8th house is, I remember, it rules surgery, so in some isolated cases this could be shine the light on a Libra surgical matter. It could be something connected with the lower back, or something with a kidney, anything that could be Libra related at this time. And in some cases too, it could be again, the 8th house being the house of surgery, could also be a time too where this could be about an eye issue, could be a general, like Libra, like it could be an imbalance of, as far as one sight, being, one eye being a little bit better than the other, which is true in a lot of these cases anyway, given that this, the Sun in astrology rules either the left or the right eye, depending on gender. Next thing up, there will be a full moon in Pisces on September 13th, so the 1st house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, talking about full moons in astrology, this could be about the ending, the completion, or culmination of something. It could be a time where maybe it could be a connection with a Pisces grandmother in some cases. It could be a Pisces Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or one that embodies those traits, or even someone from your early childhood. It could be a time too, or even, it's kind of interesting. It's a little, when you're talking about full moons in astrology in the 1st house, it's a little paradoxical. You're talking about the completion of something, but you're also at the 1st house of new beginnings. It could be, I think the way sometimes this could manifest, this could be about the ending of something, maybe Pisces related, that could spur you up for a new beginning. It could be the end of maybe just maybe overly, relaxing or being lethargic or not really, or, not really doing a lot, being in a dreamer, which might fill you up, might kind of maybe allows you to put that full energy into some kind of into some kind of new Pisces type beginning, such as something with the metaphysical, which includes astrology, something with poetry, something with dancing, oceanography, chemistry, something with pharmaceutical work. And again, this could also be a time where you might become tired, exasperated, or full of something Pisces in first house related. It could be having an overly dreamy, unclear, nebulous outlook or unrealistic outlook on life. That could be one way this could manifest and pan out. It could also be maybe tired, exasperated, full of an overly deceptive, duplicitous, nebulous, unclear, lethargic, indolent grandmother, someone you knew from your early childhood. It could also, another way this could manifest too, is that this could be a time of like a revelation or unveiling. It could be about maybe maybe being more cognizant, maybe you've put too many, it could be drugs in the system, or even if it's an accidental assimilation of some kind of drug or like a chemical such as radon, anything, or it could be the revelation or unveiling of someone you knew from your early childhood, someone prominent, new beginnings, your outlook on life, a grandmother. It might be something alcohol or drug related, or something where this person or people might have been somewhat deceptive or duplicitous, or there was an overly, or maybe overly passive, and you might not have been really cognizant of this previously. Now, next thing up, there will be a new moon in Libra on September 28th. So the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time for you Pisces, this could be a time where you might start a very balanced and fair, intimate sexual connection at this time, or it could be with a Libra sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Libra characteristics. This could also be a time too where you might be able to start something as far as a fair and balanced, a shared resources situation, or time of maybe being very persuasive in terms of really, maybe even persuading. Your Libra energy could be very persuasive. It could be about maybe persuading yourself to make that major change or transformation. It could also be starting some kind of shared resources, a business connection that could be Libra related, such as something with art or something with the law, such as maybe an attorney, where you're working with an attorney in some business partnership situation. It could also be a time to where you decide to really looking for maybe starting something as far as a sexual intimate connection with somebody that's very refined, very artistic, or might embody Libra characteristics. And in some cases too, it could be the beginning, of some Libra type surgery at this time, or the beginning process of this. If this is something that can be something Libra related, such as something with the lower back or a kidney, and especially if this is making an inconjunct aspect to your ascendant, or maybe even making an adverse aspect to your sun or your Mars at this time. Mars, about energy, it's really, especially the sun, I would say, but Mars is about surgery. Even an adverse aspect to your natal Pluto could be something to look at. So those are some ways to look at this. So how this may manifest or pan out at this time. So anyway, well, the next thing up is Mercury will be in Virgo as far as September goes, from the 1st until the 14th. So the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, I'm back. But anyway, this could also be a time too where when you're looking at Mercury and Virgo in the 7th house being emphasized and highlighted, could be about really having analytical, detail-oriented conversations with a grandmother. It could be really where you're doing a lot of mental analysis in terms of your open enemies, your open adversaries, legal situations. Could also be a time too where these communications could be very judgmental and critical with seventh house people. At this time, it could also be, in some cases, as I've stated in previous videos, Mercury could also be about siblings. This could be about Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Virgo traits that might figure more prominently in partnership situations, negotiation, compromise, legal situations, open adversaries, and whether they're beneficial or to your detriment. A lot of it could be predicated and dependent too upon aspects as mixed to points in your chart. If they're actually, as far as legal situations go, and they could be, I mean, if it makes an adverse aspect to your natal Saturn, they might be more to your detriment. They might be causing some sorrow and despondency or even problems in your relationships. But if it's because it's a seventh house, but if it's safe, it's making a positive aspect to your natal Jupiter, say a sextile or trine to it, they might actually be very beneficial in those matters. Next thing up, well, Mercury will be in Libra at this time, so this is, and as far as September goes, from the 14th until the 30th, and the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, this is a time well, you might be mentally weighing the pros and cons on dealing with a crisis situation, maybe a surgical matter. It could be communication about some Libra type possible surgery, such as something with the lower back or the kidneys. And also, too, at this time, talking in a very persuasive manner in terms of maybe to yourself and making a major change or transformation, but a lot of ambivalence and indecision in perhaps in dealing with crisis related matters, but wanting also justice and fairness in terms of moral, emotional, monetary support. This is a time where you want, maybe you're thinking about justice and this and fairness and being very equitable in this manner. If you're at a point where you've been doing a lot of giving and not a lot of receiving and a shared resources, or if it's a business partnership situation, what have you, this is a time where you might be wanting more reciprocation and fairness as far as that goes. As I've stated previously, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Libra, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Libra traits. It could be ones that might be figuring more prominent in a crisis situation, moral, emotional, monetary support, shared resources, maybe even, it could even be matters connected with astrology or any 8th house related matter. And again, whether they're more beneficial or more to your detriment, it could be predicated and dependent on aspects that makes the points in your chart. An adverse aspect to your natal Saturn might be causing some loss and sorrow in 8th house matters, such as moral, emotional, but especially maybe even monetary support. But if it makes a sextile or trine to your natal Jupiter, they might actually be very fortuitous in this manner. It could also be maybe even in matters connected even with, some cases too, this could also be about talking about leaving a Libra type legacy, such as being very tactful, diplomatic, charming, fair-minded, equitable, somebody that knows that has good negotiation ability, somebody very persuasive, etc. Last but not least, Venus will be in Virgo as far as September goes, from the 1st until the 14th. So the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now at this time, if you're unattached at this time, Pisces, you may connect with a Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or one that embodies Virgo-like traits. It could be somebody for a significant other situation, a marriage partner. This could also be about valuing punctuality, dependability, reliability, precision in 7th house matters, and doing perhaps in your relationships in general, matters with a grandmother. It might even be dealing with legal or court situations at this time. And also at this time too, it could be about spending frugally on legal matters and other 7th house matters at this time as well. Anyway, people, that will conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Pisces September 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.